Alright, hello Adapted PE friends, it's Miss Kaylin here, and today I'm going to be taking you through an elementary lesson, but anyone can access it, so even if you're not in elementary school, this can work for all levels, so you guys can take your pick. We will also be posting a secondary video as well, so for some of my older kids, you guys can access that video, but again, any of the videos on YouTube you can access. So whatever you're comfortable with, go ahead, go with that. If you don't want to do this lesson at all, that's okay. You can go to the documents in Classwork, and there's a bunch of activities listed there as well. So what we're going to do today is we're going to focus on catching and fitness, and we're going to do our animal walks today. So you can do these activities inside or outside, whatever works best for you. I personally like to be outside, so that's why I'm going to do mine outside today. But if you are going to do it outside, make sure you have an adult with you or a sibling, or you get permission to go outside, and make sure you're safe. So I'm on my driveway, so I'm nice and safe. The equipment you will be needing for today is for catching. So if you don't have a ball or anything like that, what I have, as you'll see it when we get to the catching section, is I rolled up a pair of socks, so something you have at home, and I have a really large stuffed animal. If you need something a little bit bigger that's easier to catch, you can also use that. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in with our stationary warm-ups, which I posted in Classwork, and we're just gonna go ahead and take you through that. So first, you're gonna start with arm circles. We're gonna do arm circles forward, so reaching out in front of you. Your arms are straight out to your side. Let's do nice and big ones. Forward first. Okay, warming up our shoulders. Okay, and then backwards. We're gonna do them backwards, reaching behind you, keeping your arms straight. You'll really start to feel it in your shoulders, hopefully. Loosening up your muscles and joints a little bit here. You can do that as long as you want, whatever feels best for you. The next one we're gonna do is we're gonna march in place. So you're gonna march like you're a soldier, okay? Lifting your knees, your arms moving in opposition to your legs. Just a nice easy warm up to start. And then we're gonna run in place. Okay, so a little bit faster, still moving your arms, running in place, getting our heart rates up just a little bit, getting our bodies nice and warm for when we stretch. And then we're gonna move into jumping jacks, okay? So you can do these slow or fast, whatever works best for you. If you're just starting out with jumping jacks, I like to call it 2 positions. Starting out in pencil, so you're standing tall, arms by your side, legs and feet together, and then you're gonna move into a rocket ship position. Okay, arms come up above head, legs jump out to the side. Back to pencil and rocket ship. Pencil, rocket ship. If that's a little bit too easy for you, you can do it much faster than that, keeping a really good rhythm. So doing rocket ship, pencil, rocket ship, pencil, rocket ship, pencil, rocket ship. See if you can do 10 in a row without stopping. Or if you can do more, go for more. Alrighty, whatever. Whew, a little bit out of breath. Okay, from there we're gonna move into our stretches. So the first one we're going to do, you're just gonna reach your arms straight up into the air. Just like when you wake up in the morning, maybe you stretch. Okay, reaching nice and high. Hold these stretches for as long as you want, whatever works best for you. Okay, then we're gonna move into a tricep stretch, okay? The back side of our arms. So you're gonna raise one hand, scratch your back, and you're gonna grab your elbow. You're gonna pull your elbow and arm down so that you feel a nice stretch right back here in your tricep muscle. Holding it here. Whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other side. So we're gonna switch, other arm goes up, scratch your back, grab your elbow with your other hand, pull your arm down. Next, we're gonna do deltoid stretch. So one arm's gonna come out, you're gonna pull it across your body, keep your arms straight, you're going to grab it with the other arm and pull it across. So our deltoid is our shoulder muscle. So you're gonna try to pull your arm, oh, car. You're gonna pull your arm across your body so you feel a nice stretch in that shoulder. And when you're ready, you're going to go ahead and switch sides. So other arm comes out, cross your body, grab your elbow, pull it across. Again, hold these stretches for as long as you want. Make sure your body's nice and warm because we're gonna get into some fitness exercises later. We wanna make sure our bodies are nice and warm and ready so that we don't injure ourselves. From here, we're gonna do a trunk twist, okay? Feet apart in a straddle position, just twisting side to side. This is one of my favorites. Helps get your trunk, your back, your spine, everything nice and warm, nice and loose. Just make sure you don't elbow anyone if anyone's near you. All right, from here, we're gonna keep our feet apart in that straddle position. We're gonna do our Latissimus Dorsi stretch. So one arm is gonna come up. Okay, you can put your other hand on their hip if you want, and you're gonna reach to the side. Okay, you should feel a nice stretch down here in your Latissimus Dorsi, and hold it here. Kind of a nice side stretch. And then we're gonna go ahead and switch sides. So other arm goes up, we reach. So we're just bending at our side here. We're not reaching all the way down here. Okay, we're just trying to get a nice stretch right here. So sometimes you don't have to bend too much. All right, slowly come back here. Keeping our legs apart, we're gonna do a hamstring stretch. A hamstring is on the back side of your thighs. Okay, so you wanna keep your legs nice and straight. You're gonna bend at the waist, you're gonna reach down, try to touch the ground or your toes, but if not, that's okay, as long as you're keeping your legs straight. Okay, reach down as far as you can, keeping your legs straight, and we're just gonna hold it there. Make sure you slowly come up so that you don't get a head rush. Okay, from here we're gonna do quadricep stretch. Your quadriceps are the front part of your thighs. Okay, this one takes a lot of balance, so if you need to hold on to something like the garage, or if you have a chair next to you or anything next to you, you can do that. If not, this takes a lot of good balance. So you're gonna lift one leg behind you. I'll show you from the side, you're gonna grab the foot, if you can, and you're gonna pull it back and you're gonna stand up straight. Try to keep your knees together. We don't want our leg to flap out to the side. Keep your knees together. Oops, almost lost my balance. And you should feel a nice stretch down the front side of your thigh. Hold it there. Try not to hop around. We don't want to do this all the time. Okay, we're just trying to hold this stretch in this position. We're gonna go ahead and switch sides. So grab your other foot, bring your knees together if you can. Stand up nice and straight. Stand up tall. Hold it there. Again, challenging our balance. I know this is really hard. It's okay if you have to hold on to something. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're feeling that stretch in the quadriceps muscle. Okay, the next one we're gonna do, I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see this one. Keeping your feet together, all you're gonna do is you're gonna take one big step forward for Gastrocnemius Stretch, okay, which is your calf muscle. So you're gonna take one big step forward, okay? You're gonna bend your front knee, your back leg stays straight. Both of your toes are gonna be pointing forward. We don't wanna turn this back. We often wanna turn this back foot. We don't want that. Oh, neighbors are coming home. You wanna turn both feet forward. And you should feel a nice stretch in your back calf. We're gonna go ahead and switch sides, so bring your feet together. Big step other foot, front leg is bent, back leg is straight. Keep your back heel on the ground. Alrighty, then we're gonna get into ankle circles. So this one also takes balance. It's okay if you need something to hold on to. You're gonna lift one foot and you're just gonna draw a circle with your big toe, rotating your ankle in or out, whatever way feels comfortable. You could switch if you want. And go ahead and switch sides, other foot. So the next thing I like to do is I always like to incorporate sit-ups or crunches. We'll wait just 1 second. Sit-ups or crunches, and then also push-ups or a push-up plank position if push-ups are too difficult, which often they are. So we'll probably focus on a push-up plank for our warm-ups. So when we do our sit-ups or crunches, the focus is to try to get up your shoulders and head off of the ground as much as possible without using your arms to lift you up. So find any space to get down on the ground. You're gonna lay all the way back with your knees bent. Okay, hands come down by your side, across your chest, or behind your head, but don't pull up on your neck with your hands. Okay, I like to have my arms across my chest just because it's easier. That way I'm making sure I'm not using my arms to sit all the way up. Again, our focus is not to try to sit all the way up, but really use our stomach muscles to raise ourselves as high as we can go. Okay, so laying back, knees are bent, hands across chest. We're just gonna do 10 crunches. So lifting head and shoulders off the ground and back down. Nice and easy, back up and down, up, down, making sure that we're pulling from our abdominal muscles, our stomach muscles, to help pull ourselves up and lifting our shoulders and head off the ground, nice and easy. Okay, we're just doing 10 of them. If you can sit all the way up, even better, but that's not our main focus. And then once you do 10, you're gonna go ahead and flip over and we're gonna do a push-up plank position. So a push-up plank position can get kind of tricky sometimes, so I'm gonna show you an easy way to get into it. You're gonna start in a tabletop position, which means you're on your hands and your knees, okay? And then from here, making sure your shoulder is right above your wrist, okay? And your hip is right above your knee. So this should be one straight line down to the ground. We do not want our hands all the way out here. That makes it more difficult. So bringing our hands directly underneath our shoulders. Once your hands are about shoulder width apart, they're gonna be glued to the ground. Okay, they don't move. From here, all you're gonna do is you're gonna put one leg back, straight on our toe, and then the next one will come back. And we're gonna hold this position for, try to aim for at least 10 seconds. Okay, holding a nice straight body, nice and stiff. Okay, we don't want to sink down to the ground like this, and we don't want to be up like this in downward dog. We would like it to be a straight position. Okay, hold this as long as you can. And we'll end with our plank for today, and that is our warm-up. So it's getting a little bit warm out here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. So then we're gonna move into our catching section. So I brought a couple of different things with me today. I brought my rolled up pair of socks. Okay, so I'm sure most of you have socks. So if you don't have a ball or anything, quite all right. Use socks. It's also nice and safe. They're nice and soft. And then I brought my, I use this as a pillow. My nice pillow friend here. He's very, very soft, so it's nice and safe, especially if you're doing this inside. You don't want to break anything. So he's a little bit bigger, so he's a little bit easier to catch. So I'll show you using both of these things. The smaller the item that you use, the more difficult it is to catch. Okay, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. So whenever we start with catching, I like to start with throwing and catching to yourself. And if you don't have a partner, you can always still work on catching because you can do it yourself. So I'm gonna start with my ball of socks, because when we catch, our aim is to try to catch with our hands only. Okay, sometimes when a ball's coming to us, we like to hug it this way. That's okay. If you can't catch with your hands only, go ahead and feel free to hug it toward your chest too. Okay, but our goal is to be able to catch with just our hands. When we catch, okay, we want to make sure we keep our eye on the ball or the socks, whatever we're using. Okay, we don't want to just throw and not look and then whoop, try to catch it. It's too hard. You have to look at it with your eyes. Okay, so we're just going to start by tossing and catching to ourselves. Okay, if you do it nice and low, it's a little bit easier. If you can do this at least 10 times and it's really, really easy for you, you can throw it up a little bit higher. So I'll move back just a little bit. Okay, you can throw it higher. It's going out of the frame, but that's okay. Okay, so whatever level you're at, you can challenge yourself by seeing how many times in a row you can catch it without dropping it. You can also see how many catches you can do in 30 seconds and then try to beat that score the next time. You can challenge yourself by just throwing and catching with the one hand instead of two hands, doing the same hand. Challenge yourself with your off hand, the one that maybe is a little bit more difficult. Okay, or you can throw it from one hand to the other, still catching with one hand. You can also get super creative with this. If you want to try to throw and spin and catch it, if you want to throw it, clap, catch it, how many times can you clap? There's an airplane out here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you with my much larger object, but nice and plush and safe. Okay, if you just want to practice on hugging, okay, so just throw it really gently and hug them against your chest, nice and tight. Okay, throw it and hug it. The bigger the item you use, the easier it is to hug it and to catch it. So feel free to use whatever is nice and soft. If you have a favorite stuffed animal that you want to practice with, that works perfectly. Just throwing and catching. So with this activity, you can try to do it for, let's aim for maybe about 5 minutes. Challenge yourself in different ways, making it easier, making it more difficult, whatever works for you. If you have a partner or someone that you can throw and catch with, which I don't right now, one activity you can do is just practice throwing and catching, just a nice simple toss and catch with each other, and then you can play a game. So one of the games I like to play is, like, maybe some of you have done a water balloon toss before. So it's similar to that, where you and your partner will stand facing each other nice and close, okay? And one person will throw it, and if you catch it, you and your partner take a small step back. Okay, then you try to throw it, then your partner will throw it to you, you catch it. If you catch it, okay, you both take a small step back. Every single time you or your partner catches it, you each take a small step back. If one of you drops it, that's okay, but you're gonna start back from the beginning and you're gonna start close. Okay, the goal is to see how far you can get from your partner without dropping your ball or whatever you're using. It's nice and hot nowadays, so if you guys do have a water balloon, that would be really, really fun. So you could stay cool and also work on your catching skills. So I would recommend doing catching for 5 to 10 minutes. You can, again, change it up however you want to, but I would aim for 5 to 10 minutes, which I'm not gonna do now, but you can go ahead and pause this video right now so that you can get into your own version of catching, whatever works for you. I will move on to the fitness portion. So we're gonna do animal fitness, and under the Classwork label on Google Classroom, I have a document called Fun Fitness, and the first thing on there are animal walks. So this is a really, really fun way to work on your strength, okay, and your cardiovascular endurance, and a good way to get your body moving, get your heart rate up, work out those muscles, and it involves no equipment. and just a little bit of space. So again, I'm out on my driveway, that'll be plenty of space for me. So I have it up on my laptop here of the different ones we're gonna do. And the first one we're gonna do is a bear walk. Okay, so have some fun with this one. It's meant to be fun. So if you guys want to put on some music, act out the animal, noises if you want. Okay, get really creative with it. So to do a bear walk, you're gonna be on your hands and your feet, and you're gonna walk around just like a bear does on all fours. So you're gonna get down, hands and feet, you're gonna walk around anywhere you want. This works out your shoulders and your legs. You can go backwards if you want. Whatever you want to do, get creative. Okay, do that for as long as you can. You can either time it or go based on how you feel. So it's up to you. Whew, I'm a little bit out of breath already. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is a crab walk. So to do a crab walk, you're gonna sit down on the ground. Your knees will be bent. Your hands come behind you. Okay, really important to focus on lifting your hips and your stomach to the sky, staying in this reverse tabletop position, and you're gonna walk around. You can go forward, you can go backward, however you want. Try to keep your hips up in the air and your bottom off the ground though, the whole time if you can. If this is a little bit too challenging, that's okay. What I want you to work on is sitting down on the ground, knees are bent, hands are still behind you. Just practice on lifting and scooting if you can. Lift and scoot. Scoot yourself on the ground. That way you're still working out your shoulder muscles. And if not, you can just practice lifting and sitting down. Lifting and sit back down. Okay, so take whatever works for you there. Again, do these for as long as you want. I'm just kind of showing a demonstration of each of them for you. Let's check out what the next one is. Ooh, okay, the next one is a duck walk. Now this one's really challenging. It's really hard on the legs. You'll build up nice and strong legs with this one. You're going to be in a squat position, and you're gonna maintain that squat position while you walk around. Okay, so your legs and feet will be about hip width distant apart. You're gonna sit back into a squat. Try to stay low as you walk around. Okay, trying to keep your upper body nice and straight. We don't want to bend. This is not a duck walk. See how my body's bent too far forward? We don't want that. We want our upper body to be straight. Okay, sitting like you're sitting in a chair and walking from here. If you have to raise up just a little bit, okay, this is okay, as long as your back is straight, upper body's nice and straight. If you want more challenging, squat further down. What I don't want to see as well is squatting all the way down and walking. Okay, that takes out us using our legs a little bit more. So again, options. Just bend a little bit, keep your upper body straight, walk. You still feel it in your legs. And if you can, challenge yourself, get down more of in a squat position further down and walk. Okay, that's our duck walk. Again, really challenging, but really good for your legs. The next one we're gonna do is a frog jump. Okay, so to do a frog jump, you're gonna have your feet apart. You're gonna bend down, touch the ground, and when you jump up, okay, you're gonna jump up as high as you can, and you can jump forward, and then land back in this position. So touching the ground, you're gonna jump up, land in this position, jump up, land in this position. Okay, you can jump around your area for as long as you want. This one's also really tiring, really challenging, but really good for your legs. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do, a horse gallop. Okay, so this is one of our locomotor movements too. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have one foot forward. Okay, That same foot's gonna stay forward the whole time. Your chest will stay facing forward. We don't wanna turn to the side, okay? You're just gonna gallop around wherever you want. You can gallop. Go ahead and switch legs at some point. Practice both. Okay, if that's too difficult, just practice stepping, bringing your other foot behind. Step, bring your other foot behind. And as you get more comfortable, you can go a little faster, add in that hop to get a gallop, okay? The next one we're gonna do is a bird walk. So birds like to fly, right? So we're gonna flap our wings, work out our shoulders. Okay, you can walk or you can run as you flap your wings up and down. You can do big flaps, you can do little flaps if you want, whatever you want to do, big and small. Okay, you'll really start to feel it in your shoulders, and it's great when you add in that walk and that run as well to kind of help get your heart rate up too. Get a really nice workout. The next one that I have is a seal walk, which a little bit more challenging to do outside. So go ahead and feel free to skip this one. But if you're inside and you either have carpet, might be difficult, but hardwood floors, that would be perfect. So I'll kind of show you what it looks like. I don't know if I'll be able to do out here. I don't want to hurt myself on the ground, but you're gonna lay down on your stomach. Okay, hands down by your side. Okay, and you're going to try to drag yourself without using your feet. I'm kind of using my feet. And just use your arms to drag yourself across the floor. Okay, again, if you're outside, I don't recommend doing this one because it might hurt. Might get you a little dirty, which is okay. And then the next one we're gonna do, okay, is a giraffe walk. Giraffes are nice and tall, right? They have the really long necks. So we're gonna be nice and tall like a giraffe by standing up high as we can on our toes, okay? And we're gonna just walk around, staying on our toes, heels are lifted. Getting as high as you can, okay? And then drop back down when you're ready. The last one we're going to do is a penguin walk. So, sorry, another airplane. You're gonna walk around like a penguin by lifting your toes off the ground this time and staying on your heels. Okay, keeping your toes lifted, walking on our heels. You're gonna waddle around like a penguin does just a little bit. This works out the front part of your shins really well. So walking around just like that, you'll start to feel it. For the last one, or it's your option, you guys pick whatever animal you want to act out. Okay, so get creative. Maybe you want to be a dog, right? A lot of us have dogs as pets. Maybe you want to be a snake. Okay, pick whatever animal you want to act out. Get creative with it. Alrighty, and with this activity as well, I didn't demonstrate each of them for very long, so go ahead and demonstrate these for, do these for as long as you want. If you want to do short rounds, you can do a short round just like we just did, and then do it 2 or 3 times. Okay, whatever you want. We're aiming for this to be about 10 minutes in total if you can. Okay, so just to review a little bit what we did today, the first thing we worked on, this skill that we worked on with the ball, do you guys remember what it's called? You use your hands. Okay, we were throwing it and then we were, okay, catching it. So we worked on catching. We want to focus on catching with our hands only if we can, but if not, it's okay to trap it against your body, to hug it closely. Okay, and remember, it's important to keep your eye on the ball or whatever object is being thrown. Okay, because especially if someone's throwing it at you, if you're not looking at it, it might hit you. And we don't want that. So keeping your eye on the ball or whatever you're using to throw and catch with. Again, you can use any household item that's nice and safe. Okay, so ball of socks worked perfectly for me. So find what works for you. Today we got into some fitness as well. We did our animal walks. I want you to go ahead and pick your favorite animal walk from today. Okay, go, if you have someone at home that's with you, you can tell them what your favorite animal walk was, and then I want you to also show it to them. Okay, show them how to do it. And something I want you to think about is other ways you can move your body that's nice and fun for you. Maybe you like to go on a bike ride. Maybe you just like to go on a walk. I walk every single day. I bike ride every single day. I love both of them. Maybe you just want to hold a plank. If you're watching TV and it's commercial, you want to hold a push-up plank position. Maybe you want to work on your crunches. Okay, so there are always ways that you can find to do any kind of movement, whether you're inside, you're outside, whether you have equipment or no equipment. Okay, we can always keep our bodies active and moving, which is really, really good for us, especially during this time. So that's it for me. We will be coming out with another video for next week. So again, follow along if you want to. If not, look under the documents listed under Classwork for more activities. We have some other YouTube videos posted there. Just as long as you're staying active at least one time a week with us for 30 minutes, but more than that would be more ideal. So thank you everybody for joining me for this one. I hope you guys are all staying healthy and safe.